Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. For this week's video I thought I would do something that I don't think I've ever done before on my channel. I was talking with one of my workmates the other day and we got onto the topic of hair, and she said to me that I should make a video on how to get your hair shiny. So Miley, if you're watching, this is requested from you. I thought instead of just going along the shiny hair route, I thought why not film an entire hair care routine. I'm just gonna do it as like a sit down talk through what I do rather than like a vlog style. But as an ex-hairdresser, I feel like I've kind of got like a little bit of knowledge to share, I guess. So in this video I'm going to cover the importance of knowing about your hair, what products I like to use in the shower, what I do when I blow dry my hair and what products I use, what I use to heat style my hair, and then what I use to kind of finish it off, or different like brushes and hair ties and stuff that I use just to kind of keep my hair as healthy as possible. If you want to see what I do to look after my hair, then just keep watching. So I think I'm going to start off from the very beginning. It is so important to look after your hair and to have healthy hair. A lot of people's confidence comes from their hair. I find that when it's looking its best and you're having a good hair day, you tend to feel a lot better than when you're having a bad hair day. First things first is to make sure that you get it cut every 4 to 6 weeks. Whether you have long hair or short hair, or whether you are trying to grow your hair, it is crucial that you cut off the split ends, because once the end of the hair split, they keep splitting like this. They can't repair themselves. So the only way you can get rid of split ends is to cut them off, and that is the biggest piece of advice I have for someone who's trying to grow their hair. The more healthy your hair is, the easier it is to grow and the easier it is to maintain. If you have coloured hair, I would recommend getting it coloured every 6 weeks. If you are blonde, I would recommend going a little bit more frequently, maybe every 4 weeks, as you tend to get quite a lot of regrowth. My colour at the moment is shocking because I haven't been in to get my hair done in so long. Kind of want to make sure that you are looking after your colour if you have coloured hair. That can also make your hair look more healthy or less healthy depending how well you look after your colour. I think it is very important that you know what hair type you have. Whether you have virgin hair, whether you have coloured hair, whether you have damaged hair, whether you have dehydrated hair, whether you have like an oily scalp, whether you have a lot of dandruff, whether you have any conditions. When you know a little bit about your hair, it helps you to know what to do to look after it. So pretty much any hair salon around you will offer complimentary consultations where you can just go sit with a hairdresser and just talk about your hair and kind of how to look after it if you are unsure. For example, my hair is fine hair, but I have a lot of it. Fine hair just means that the actual hairs are, like it seems, very fine, quite thick in places, but then it's quite thin in other places. My hair is fine, but I have lots of it, and obviously it's coloured, so the ends can get a little bit more damaged because they are bleached, because they're obviously lighter than the top. The way I like to look after my hair in the shower, I like to use these 2 products here. So these are the current shampoo and conditioners that I am using at the moment. So these are both from Redken. So this is the shampoo. This is the Redken Color Extend Magnetics Sulfate Free Shampoo. This is a 300ml bottle. This is a salon brand, but I find with salon brands, especially if you have coloured hair, it's very crucial, as supermarket shampoos, whether they're targeted for colour or not, they strip the colour out of your hair rather than look after it, rather than a salon shampoo which actually looks after your hair. Obviously using the one for colour because I'm trying to look after the colour that I do have. I find that a lot of salon shampoos and conditioners have a wide range of target audience for their hair, so no matter what hair type you have, you will be able to find something for you. And then the bottle looks a bit squished because I'm like trying to get like the last remnants out, but there's still like quite a lot in here. This is also from Redken. This is the all soft conditioner. Basically this is a hydrating conditioner because obviously my ends are bleached, so they're going to be quite dry. I like to just make sure I have a hydrating moisturizing product in the shower, especially because then it helps make your hair hydrated, therefore it's looking healthy and feeling healthy. I always shampoo my hair twice because the first shampoo cleans your hair, the second shampoo cleans your scalp. And then before I do conditioner, I rinse out the shampoo very thoroughly because you don't want to mix the two because otherwise it's a chemical reaction. And I also squeeze out as much water out of my hair as possible because conditioner actually works best on like towel dried hair. The more water you have in your hair when you use conditioner, the more it dilutes it. So obviously I want to try and get as much of the full strength product working on my hair as possible. And then you also don't want to use too much of either of these, so I usually just use like a 50-cent coin size amount of shampoo each time I shampoo and conditioner every time I condition my hair. You shouldn't be needing to use a lot because that's generally where you can find your hair tends to feel a bit more oily or sticky. Then I will let the conditioner sit in my hair while I wash my body, while I shave, and it's generally the last thing I rinse off. Also, if you have blonde hair, I would recommend you get one of these. This is the silver shampoo. This is the System Professional one by Wella. I use this in my hair just on the ends to get rid of the orange tones. So silver shampoos are great because they get rid of brassiness, which is kind of like your orange or your goldy tones in blonde hair. And it also gets rid of yellowy tones in grey hair as well. It's just like a purple colour. I don't actually want to get any out because I don't want to waste it. Just use this as the second shampoo in my hair. You always want to make sure you use the silver shampoo as your second shampoo, as it doesn't actually clean your hair, it just tones it. Crucial for people with blonde hair. Those are the only products I use on my hair in the shower. Depending on your hair type, you can also get hair masks. So then obviously when you get out of the shower, a lot of the time I like to blow dry my hair because I tend to have showers at night, so obviously I don't want to be going to bed with wet hair, as sometimes that can damage your hair if you go to bed with wet hair. If I do go to bed with wet hair, I generally put it in like 2 plaits so that when I take it out the next morning it's all curly. And usually if you plait your hair before bed, if it's wet, that's generally the best way to look after it, just because your hair is more vulnerable when it's wet to stretching and breaking than it is when it is dry. First things first, I might show you my hairdryer. My hairdryer that I have is this one here. This one is the Parlux Advanced Lite hairdryer. It is in the rose gold color. These are not cheap. I think this one was like a good couple $100. Keep in mind I used to work in a hair salon, so this is the hairdryer I would use on clients. If you guys are wondering why I'm not at the salon anymore, by the way, I did like my achievements and stuff. It's in that video, so I'll link that video down below because I think that's the video where I talk about it. I use the hottest setting on this, and I use the fastest speed so that it dries out my hair very fast. The trick with these is you want to make sure you keep it moving, so all over your head you want to make sure you're doing this, because if you keep it in one place for too long, that's where you can tend to burn your scalp, or it just feels really hot very fast. I love these. They're a great investment. This one I've had for, it'll be 3 years at the end of this year, and like it is doing so well. Like it's still performing as well as it did on like the first couple of weeks that I got it. I tend to not brush my hair when it is wet. I tend to brush it after I blow dry it. But if you do want to brush your hair before you blow dry and you want to brush your hair wet, I would recommend getting one of these. So this is a Tangle teaser. This one's just from the brand Mita. You can buy these at Farmers. They're very cheap. I think they're like $8 to $10 or $12 or something. They just look like this, and these are the most gentle things on your hair. Always want to make sure you use one of these over a brush, as these tug on your hair less, and they're actually a lot safer for your hair when you use them on wet hair. A lot of salons do different products to blow dry your hair. I prefer using ones from the salon rather than the supermarkets because the supermarkets have like a lot of nasty chemicals. I just find that supermarket stuff runs out really fast, whereas salon stuff lasts a really long time. So these are the 3 products that I flick between. This one I always use. I've talked about this in previous Empties videos. This is the Wella Root Shoot Mousse. Just comes with a little pump, basically just a volumizing mousse, which I like to use because, like I said, I've got fine hair, so generally fine hair lacks volume. These little things at the top of the Wella bottles say how strong the hold is, so this is a 2 out of 4 hold. Go through and like section my hair, spray it, just spray like a little line of it, and then I like massage it in, and then I like blow dry my hair. And when I blow dry my hair, I blow dry my hair upside down so I get more volume. I love this stuff, it's great, and I notice a big difference when I don't use this over when I do. And it just smells really sweet as well, which is nice. And the other product I always use is this. So this is the Wella Luxe Oil Reconstructive Elixir. So this is a keratin protecting product. Again, it just has a little pump. I've mentioned this in favorites videos. This smells so good. It basically just smells like vanilla and marshmallows. I normally just do like a couple of pumps and run it all over my hands, and then run it through the mid lengths and the ends of my hair. Generally with oils you want to focus it towards the ends mostly, and like a little bit up the mid lengths, but you never ever want to put oil on the roots, as that's when it can tend to look quite greasy. You want to be careful with hair oils though, because a lot of the time oils are quite heavy on your hair, though you can get ones that are lighter depending on which salon you go to and which brands that they stock. Yeah, I really love this stuff, and this bottle normally lasts me about a year, and I use it all the time. The product that I sometimes use in my hair when I blow dry is this one. Again, this is from Wella. This is the Sugar Lift. So this is a sugar spray for like texturizing hair. Again, it has a strong hold of 3, has a little spray pump. What I do is I like hold my hair out, spritz it, and then scrunch it. It kind of has a similar effect to a sea salt spray, except it gives shine rather than like that beachy texture. So yeah, I really like this in the summertime especially. Again, there's a whole wide range of products you can use to blow dry. It just depends on what you like and what your hair likes as well. I think I might move on to heat styling. So when I heat style my hair, I always use a straightener. This one is just a really cheap one from Remmington. It does the job, but I do need to get a new one soon. This one heats up to 230, I think, which is actually too hot. You can adjust the temperature on your straightener. You want to adjust it to 180 and nothing over, as when it's over it can damage your hair. But I always use straighteners whether I'm straightening or curling my hair. You never ever want to use heat on your hair without some form of protection, otherwise you're just going to fry your hair. So I use this. So this is the Wella Thermal Image Heat Protection Spray. Again, it has a pump. It smells so good. It kind of smells like fruity, just like a purple liquid, and you want to make sure you shake these up before you spray it on your hair. Always, whether you're blow drying your hair or straightening your hair, always make sure you use some form of thermal protection, and you want to double check with the products that you're using as well, as some of the heat protection sprays don't work for when you're blow drying. They only work for when you're straightening. So to brush my hair, I just use, this is very rank, so just ignore that. I always use a big paddle brush like this. You can also get little like round brushes as well, which are good for if you're wanting to blow dry with a curl, or if you're just wanting a like smoother look. Once I've actually styled my hair, there are a few finishing products that I like to use. I always go between these 3 here. This one I use all the time. Again, I've mentioned this in Empties videos. This is the Batiste Instant Hair Refresh Dry Shampoo. I love using dry shampoo on the days that I don't wash my hair, which, by the way, I forgot to say, I tend to wash my hair twice twice or 3 times a week. You don't want to go any more than 3 times a week, and you don't want to go any less than twice, otherwise your hair gets like really gross. Basically you just spray it into the roots, give it a zhuzh. Helps to give volume as well as take away excess oil. The last 2 styling products are these ones. So these ones are both from Wella. So this one is a hairspray. This is the Stay Styled Workable Finishing Spray. It has a strong hold of 3. It's a very big bottle, but it's just like a workable hairspray, so you can spray it and then like adjust. You want your hair to sit, because a lot of the time with hairsprays you pretty much have to spray it and let it sit and do its thing. But this one you can kind of play around with it while it still settles. And then the other thing is this. So this is the Glam Mist Shine Mist. This basically has no hold at all. Basically it's just a shine spray. It doesn't look oily, like it just looks like a healthy glow. The other thing I wanted to mention that I use with my hair, I mean I obviously use like hair accessories like clips and headbands and like hair scarves, because they've been very on trend at the moment. The other trend that is currently happening, and is actually a good one for your hair, are scrunchies. So I've got just a few here. I buy all of my scrunchies from KMart, but scrunchies are really good because they're very gentle on your hair, because they're very soft, and because they've got the material they also don't leave kinks. If you cannot blow dry your hair at all and you hate blow drying your hair because it takes a really long time or whatever, you can get scrunchies and tie up your hair that way, because these are less damaging on your hair as well. So there we go guys, I think that is everything that I wanted to cover in this video that is hair related. If I didn't answer something that you wanted to know, then please leave it down in the comments box below. I could even film like a separate hair Q&A if you have questions that I didn't quite cover. I hope this kind of covered a lot. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the notifications. It's just the little bell next to the subscribe button, and it just helps you get notified every time I upload a video. Please check out my social media, it's all linked down below in the description box. It's been such a long time since I've done a hair related video, so I just thought it was well overdue. I'll also link my playlist of like hair videos down below, so that if you are after a new style to try, then you can go and check out that. I think that's everything I wanted to cover. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Oh, I always do that. I always got to turn it off but press record. I'm dropping water because I just got these out my shower. My stomach's growling at me. Oh my gosh, my stomach. This was the shampoo I would use. The shampoo